Here we are for the second race of season number 4 of the Target Series. We're here at Auto Club for the Auto Club 250. On the pole, we have Jeff Bright. To his outside is the guy who dominated this race last season. In this race last season, led 19 of 19 laps. That is Riley Spurley-Tube in the 70 in second. And then Luke Rainey is third. Fourth is Michael Cantrell. That is the car Spurley-Tube drove to that victory last season. And Kyle Hunter and Tim Gary make up row 3. Then Jake West and Joe Sandroge running out the top 10. You got Jim Gammett and Patrick Smith. Then Alexander Rowe, Mason Hayward, Carter Friesen and Code Luigi, Jeff Samito, Bryson Collins, Isaac Nichols, Joe Jefferson, Justin Heath, who won at Daytona and all but locked himself into the chase, and Tyler Lyman, Max Anderson, Jay Jefferson, Jason Smito Jr., Tim Randolph, JT Hanley, Jason Larker, Marcus Sachi, and Levi Shones. That Shones is a California native, so watch him to try and get the victory lane. And Colton Yo and Eli Bright, Derek Hamill and Jake Richardson, Jay Gambit and Evan Hunter, Alex Stewart and John Gambit, Julius Anderson and TJ Hanley, Trey Rainey and Steve Larker, and then Jonathan Buford and Robert Hernandez round out our 42-car field here at Auto Club. Let's go down track side for the command.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
You look crazy. You guys just be patient out there. There's going to be a lot of guys real amped up because they've been sitting around for so long. So just be calm, be patient, pay attention to who's around you. 10-4, Chad, I got you, buddy.
Cars rolling off here. All 42 cars come to life. That's Jeff Bright. Will lead the field to the green flag once again. He's had many poles in his career, many wins. And Auto Club would just be another one on his very, very successful career. So, the field pace off turn for 19 laps at Auto Club. The pace car makes the left-hand turn to pit road now. The fans on their feet, cheering, getting ready for the start of the Target Series race here at Auto Club. Jeff Bright, Riley Spurley-Tube, take the green flag. We're racing here at Auto Club. Down the backstretch they come. Jeff Bright got a great jump as the field spread out behind him. So he's going to be able to keep the race lead for now as they enter 3 and 4. Here comes Jake West as they're already wrecking. Into the wall. And on his side, it's Alexander Rowe and Kyle Hunter. Also, car blown up. Looks like it might be the 6th car. So lap number 1 as they race 3 wide back to the stripe. Jeff Bright with the race lead. And oh my goodness. We made it half a lap. And they wreck, and a car was on his side. That was Alexander Rowe. And it collected many others. These cars are flying on in there. All right, so let's see what happened. Caution number 1 comes out with Alexander Rowe and Kyle Hunter. Look at this here as they are 3 wide only, and Alexander Rowe's pushing up into Kyle Hunter, and that's really what starts all of this. He just pushes up into him. No need for it. He has a lane or 2 below him that he can go in, and it just hits him. And Alexander Rowe up and over, and that's what got Mason Hayward, and that's how the 6th car blew his engine. And then 36 rides the wall. And then after all this, Kyle Hunter going to show his displeasure once the 36 comes off the wall. And he shows it by hitting him once again, and definitely going to end 3 cars' days right there. As Kyle Hunter then starts getting going, and Alexander Rowe going to get going. He's going to try and get down to the pits. Probably same with Kyle Hunter, but Hunter going to show his displeasure right here. He's going to nail the 36 hard. He turns towards him and nails him hard in the rear end. Picks the 36 off the ground again. So tempers are already flaring this season. We saw a fight after the race last at Daytona, and now we see some more tempers flaring between the 36 and the 18. And that's one scary accident for Alexander Rowe. He's lucky he could even get the car driving away. And even after this, he gets the car driving away again. So, Alexander Rowe, Kyle Hunter, Mason Hayward, all going to be out because of this. As Jeff Bright leads the field back to the caution, and he's going to lead us back to the green flag as well. The field pacing into turn 3, about to go back green on lap number 6. And as we mentioned, Kyle Hunter, Mason Hayward, and Alexander Rowe all out of this race. So Jeff Bright has the race lead. In second, it's Jake West. Cara Friesen is third. Tim Gary fourth. And Isaac Nichols in fifth. Then Jim Gambit in sixth. Tyler Lyman seventh. Eighth, Riley Spurleytube. Ninth, Patrick Smith. And Luke Rainey rounds out the top 10. So that's your top 10 for this restart and lap number 6. Jeff Bright started on pole. He's had the lead all race as the pace car is in. First restart of the day, possibly not the last here at Auto Club. As they come down the front straightaway. And the green flag is back in the air. We're back racing here at Fontana. And boy, the 15 got a great start. Jake West possibly going to go around the outside. Cara Friesen looks to split the middle. He's going to get right back down line with Jeff Bright, though. Possibly the shift from second to third really got Jeff Bright there. And Jake West jumped to the outside. Thought he was going to pass him. Battle for the race lead. Cara Friesen gets to the inside. They're going to be 3 wide because here comes Jim Gammon, that number 60 car. Chevy, Toyota, Ford. 3 wide for the race lead. Jim Gammon's going to take it, but here comes the 14 of Michael Canto to the front. At the line, Canto leads with a big push from Tim Randolph. And behind Randolph, here comes Marcus Chachi in that yellow number 12 car. Ooh, he slides up, and that's going to allow Brayson Collins to the inside. They are 5 wide, or trying to do 5 wide back there. Looks like they backed out of it all right. And now Collins will move up, and Max Anderson moves back down to the bottom lane. Max Anderson looking for the race lead underneath Michael Canto as they come off turn number 4. Pack flies on by. It's like a Daytona Talladega style pack. 3 wide for the race lead. Jason Smeo Jr. peaks low. And he's going to take it. And it's Jay Jefferson behind him, that black and white number 1 car. He's been upside down in a few of these Fontana races. He's just hoping that he can keep it on all 4 wheels this time. Carter Friesen in the middle of a 5 wide back there. They're trying to back out of it. Looks like they may have made it 5 wide, although it looks like they backed out of it. Here comes Shones. Home track. And the California trying to get to the lead, but that's going to be halted by Jay Gambit, who makes it 3 wide. Here comes Justin Heath, Daytona winner. He's going to try and spoil the party and win another race. If he can win multiple races, that'll be huge for his chances to make the chase. As they are 4 wide for most of this field. Riley Spurleytube. We said he won this race last season. He dominated it. He's not going to dominate here today, but he's going to go to the race lead. But down to the bottom lane, Derek Hamill has a big push from Jason Larker. Larker didn't even start the Daytona race, so he needs everything to go right for the rest of the season to try and gain the points back. Because even if he wins, he has to be top 30 in points. Eli Bright had a disappointing Daytona run. And, oh, they're wrecking off of turn number 2. Car hurling to the inside wall. No yellow. It's Marcus Sachi who hits the inside wall. And I was just about to joke how Trey Rainey and the 33 of Steve Larker right next to each other, they fought after the Daytona race after, well, one side said the 33 just ran to the back, and then another side said the 20 brake check. So it's just kind of funny that they're next to each other. So Marcus Sachi spins off course, no yellow. If we get a caution, we will go and look at that. If we don't, we'll look at it after the race. But Sachi drives away. He has some damage to that car, but not as much as I thought he would have. Jason Smeo Jr. will take the race lead in 3 and 4. I'm actually really surprised there wasn't a caution for that. That happened in the middle of the pack, but I'm guessing NASCAR thought that since he got down off the track, that the track was clear and shouldn't be yellow. Cara Friesen leads the lap here. As behind them, a big pack. Evan Hunter blocks Alex Stewart. That was a big move, and Stewart's going to make it 3 wide. Oh, man, look at this pack. Look at it from head on. 4 wide. You can only do that Talladega. That's like the only other track where I've seen them go 4 wide like this without wrecking. And you know, these are some of the best drivers if they can do this for countless laps without wrecking. They're going to go 3 wide for a second. Here comes last season's champion, Tyler Lyman, to the bottom lane. And if they make it without wrecking, it will surprise me. Oh, word. Tyler Lyman is cleared. He's trying to run down Alex Stewart now. Here comes the 43 car of John Gambit. He's working his way up towards the front. He has the 41 behind him of Jeff Semito. He has TJ Hanley to his outside. Whoa, 4 wide now. Here comes Jeff. He's going to get to that third position. He has Code Luigi pushing him by. The 14 car Michael Canto pits. Code Luigi shuffled to the middle by Brayson Collins. I believe Michael Canto is the only car to have come down pit road. Man, look at this racing. It's insane. Robert Hernandez is going to come up. He's cleared. Here comes Brayson Collins for a second. A 1 car. 5 to go this time. So if the caution comes out, we'll have a 1-lap shootout. If it doesn't come out now, if the caution comes out, the race is over. So watch out. If the yellow comes out now, the race is over. Alex Stewart trying to hold the lead over Brayson Collins. Jay Gambit. Here comes Derek Hamill. They're stacking up towards the back of the pack. They're 5 wide. And around they go. A big wreck. Joe Jefferson on his lid. The caution comes out. This is for the race. They're side by side. Into 3 and 4 they come. Brayson Collins will clear Alex Stewart. Can he hold on and win as they come off of turn number 4? If he can coast it around 4 laps, Brayson Collins will win at Fontana. And the big one, off of turn number 2. Many cars involved. Riley Sprayletube, last season's Auto Club 250 winner involved. And they're wrecking after. Jason Semito Jr., Jay Gambit, Jason Larker, Joe Sandrovich, Trey Rainey. Steve Larker also involved. And they're still stacking up. If I'm the number 2 or number 54, I'm just going to stay on track. But I think these guys think otherwise. Man, we said they probably couldn't make it. They didn't. And when they wrecked big, and then they even wrecked after the fact, racing back to the stripe. The 54, the 2, going to come down pit road after they got damage after the fact. Well, Brayson Collins won the race back to the line. 3 laps to go now. That's a ton of damage to many drivers. First, let's see what happened to Marcus Sachi. As remember, before the caution came out, he got spun out off of turn number 2. There's no real good footage of this happening, but it looks like they're 5 wide. Marcus Sachi and Tim Gary just rub up into Jake West. Sachi trying to keep it off that 15. He spins down to the inside. And from that angle, it looks like he's going to nail the wall hard. But look at, he's going to hold the brakes. He hits that wall pretty hard. Spins back up the track. But luckily, no further contact made. He gets it going. But that ruined his chances at a race win. And just no room for 5 wide on this track, and that's actually what caused the next accident. Sachi does hit that inside wall pretty hard. Luckily, though, he slowed down before he got there. And now let's see what happened in the big crash. Joe Jefferson, one of them involved. Once again, just a 5 wide move that goes wrong. Jake West, Riley Sprayletube, JT Hanley. In fact, they might have been 6 wide. Joe Jefferson, Justin Heath, and Robert Hernandez, they were 6 wide. If 5 wide doesn't work, 6 wide definitely doesn't. You can see Max Anderson just gets clipped. And look at Joe Jefferson. Upside down. Jeff Bright, Tim Randolph, Code Luigi. Jonathan Buford, it looks like, slid. Code Luigi got nailed pretty hard there at the rear end of that pack. Jeff Semito gets spun by Jim Gambit. Joe Jefferson bucking around like a Bronco. There's Colton Yo spinning in that number 39 car. That's a scary crash, too. Oh. TJ Hanley looks like spun out down there. Luke Rainey. JT Hanley in the middle of that. Julius Anderson, Code Luigi. Tim Gary comes flying on in there. Some others come. Let's go on board with a few drivers in this crash. First, we'll go on board with the 44 of TJ Henley, who in this race last season got a top 5. And it looks like in this one he didn't get any damage, but he still spins out and loses many positions. He hit the wall Sachi hit, but he didn't hit as hard. He got it going, and my oh my, that was a near miss for TJ Hanley. The 7 of Isaac Nichols as an onboard. Your IROC champion just narrowly avoids this one. And then also involved in that was the 5 of Jeff Wright. Ton of damage to that number 5 car. Riley Spurleytube in the 70 has an onboard camera. And one more, Justin Heath in the number 23 car, your Daytona winner. So Joe Jefferson goes from winning the Daytona 500 to upside down at Auto Club. So Brayson Collins led the field back to the stripe. They have taken the white flag. They are on the backstretch. Brayson Collins has no problems, and he's probably going to win it. Look at the cars that have retired from that accident. Code Luigi just continuing to have bad luck, and it's going to stack on here today at Auto Club. That's another California native. J.T. Hanley, Joe Jefferson, Riley Spurleytube, and Carter Friesen. The 14 Michael Canto will end a lap down, so there will be 33 cars that finish this race on the lead lap. So Brayson Collins will win it here at Auto Club, and he'll win race number 2 of the season, and he'll lock himself into the chase with Justin Heath as long as they can keep it up there in points. So off of turn number 4, Brayson Collins can coast it from here. Collins made the move at the right time. He passes Alex Stewart before the caution comes out. He races Stewart back to the stripe and beats him. Brayson Collins wins it at Fontana, California. And the field comes across. Look at the damage to some of these cars back here. A lot of damage to a lot of cars. As the field comes across, let's go check out those finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Auto Club 250 at Auto Club. There were 2 caution flags for 8 laps and 8 lead changes among 9 different drivers. Brayson Collins led the most laps. He led 5 en route to his victory. Alex Stewart ends up second. So close once again. He leads 3 laps. And third, we have Levi Jones, California native, trying to break that string of bad luck at his hometown track. He ends up third. Solid day for him. Derek Hamill in fourth. That 19 car finished second here last season, so very consistent on that team. And Joe Sandro rounds out the top 5. Jonathan Buford in 6th. He started last, so I'm sure he'll take that. Trey Rainey ends up 2nd. Jay Gambit 8th and 9th. Jake Richardson. Jason Smeo Jr. ends up 10th. So there is your top 20 other drivers that led laps down here. Jay Jefferson, the 1 car finished 11th. He led a lap, along with Eli Bright in the 52, who finished 14th. He led a lap. Look down 21st to 40th. Max Anderson led a lap. He ends up 21st. Jeff Bright, involved in that big crash. He started first, led 5 laps, and ended up 22nd. And we had 33 cars finish this race on the lead lap. 34 left running after that. And Joe Jefferson went from winning the Daytona 500 in the Gary Cup Series to upside down at Auto Club in the Target Series. He's going to hope to rebound tomorrow with the Gary Cup Series Auto Club race. As now let's go look at those point standings. So after 2 races, the points have been shaken up just a little bit, but it's still going to be pretty common as to where people finish. Brayson Collins has the points lead by 41 points over Levi Jones, who is in 2nd. Jason Smeo Jr. is 3rd. Justin Heath is 4th. And Patrick Smith is 5th. Then you got Tim Gary in 6th. Max Anderson 7th. Derek Hamill 8th. Jay Jefferson 9th. And Luke Rainey 10th. So there's your top 20 in the points. As you can see, your 2 winners this season are 1st in points and 4th in points. And Brayson Collins, the only driver to finish top 5 in both races this season. And as we look down 21st to 40th, And you can just see some of these drivers down here just having some terrible luck this season, including Jeff Bright. He's been on a terrible luck string for many series for the past few. JT Hanley, Carter Friesen, Marcus Sachi, Tim Randolph, Mason Hayward, Jeff Smito, Code Luigi. Especially Code Luigi on down, because Code Luigi and Alexander Rowe DNF both races this season. Tough break for them. And then Jason Larker has only started a race, and he was involved in a pretty big accident here today. So he's still going to be 42nd in points, but he has time to try and get up there into the top 30 and win a race. That's the way you're going to make the chase if you're down there with those guys. So, the third race of the season will be the Exalta 300 at Las Vegas. I'm tripping over my words there. See you guys then.